What's up, y'all? It's Nick. And today I am reviewing my 10K challenge, and I have some exciting updates for you all around it. So I actually reached my goal. Super exciting. Just to kind of recap, you can see here in July, I invested $1,000 with $3.13 interest. August, 2,500. In September, I put in $2,055.84. October, I put in $3,714.68. And in November, this month alone, I put in $2,754.27. And I'm expecting to get an interest of $42.94. So if you look at the grand total down here, my goal was 10,000, and right now I'm at $12,024.79. So super exciting. I'm super excited. It's been a journey for sure these past 5 months. Really pushing forward, really being dedicated, really cutting out distractions. There's certain events and, friend hangouts that I really had to pass up to really get focused in on my financial priorities, cut out a lot of eating out, all sorts of things, shopping. I haven't bought any new clothes in months now. So yeah, I was able to, because of all that, invest more. I've also made right here, it says $110.47 on interest, which brings my total to $12,135.26 with about a 1.69% interest to date. So again, super excited. You all, thanks for joining me on this. One thing I do want to point out though, moving forward, right, because this will continue to accrue interest every single month. And I do still plan on investing every single month. Wealthfront, as y'all know, the Fed, they cut rates again by 25 basis points. And so a lot of the banks and financial institutions followed suit, with Wealthfront trimming down from 4.50 to about 4.25% APY. So they went down about 50 basis points in September, and then another 25 basis points in November. So that with my 0.5% APY boost, I'm looking at 4.75 now, which I'm still very happy with. I'm going to continue to monitor it and, see where these rates continue to go. If there's, there's most likely going to be more cuts happening going into 2025. And just depending on where they go, I'll be able to make any sort of adjustments as I see necessary, or just continue to do what I've been doing, which is letting my money work for me. Looking at the monthly breakdown for November, I made 3 major contributions. The first one was November 6th at $254.27. The next one that I made was November 12th with $2,000 even. The most recent one that I made, And the most recent one I made in November was on the 15th with $500. So that brings me to the $2,754.27 contributed. So now that I've met the 10K challenge that I sought out, some of the next steps that I'm thinking about as far as my high yield savings account goes is, one, to build up my emergency fund to 6 months of living expenses. And for me, that means, God forbid, I have a job loss or a time where I'm not actively working and bringing in income. So my emergency fund for me is funding any sort of living expenses, which for me are mainly housing, utilities, transportation, and medical. And food. Those are my 5 core areas in which I would need to be able to sustain funding. And for me, 6 months is a good number. So I really want to focus on building up that emergency fund for 6 months. And then I have a couple of other priorities as well. Another one is to save for a down payment for my first property, either a duplex, triplex, or a fourplex, and house hack, which means I'd live in one of the units and rent out the other 1 to 3 units and receive income from tenants. So I'm looking to save up for that as well. And that's going to be years, at least 2 to 3 years maybe of saving if I continue at the pace that I've been saving. And then of course, vacation. vacations. I love to travel. I love to visit new places and just have a moment to relax and just get away from the routine, as most of us like to, I imagine. And so being able to fund that is also a priority for me. So I don't know how often I'll continue to update around my savings. I think I might transition more into updating around my investments, but just know that I still will be continuing to save. Definitely not at the same pace. And I know I said that last month and then just dropped 2,700 into this account, but I really am going to be slowing down my contributions, not stopping them though. So just wanted to update you all. We did it. And until next time.